Hello and welcome, BitMonger family. Monger with you here today. Hope you guys are all doing well. And in today's video, I am going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're going to be looking at a pattern that I'm seeing. There's a big news event that's coming up this week, and I'm also going to give you some alpha on trading and how to manage your shorts, because sometimes things can go the opposite direction and you want to cut that baby quick. It's very important that you manage risk. Go back and look at my videos. If you're a trader, number one rule in Fight Club or in Crypto Fight Club is always risk management. You always need to manage risk. It's the guys that don't manage risk that get fucking rinsed and lose their ass. So, you need to be smart. You need to use your brain. If you're one of those lazy traders, you know who I'm talking to. And you don't do analysis and you just base your bids on how you feel. Good luck to you. You're going to be a loser. So, anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what Bitcoin's doing right now, guys. And so we can see here, I thought it was probably going to come back down and break into this horizontal zone that it was trading in before, where we were making a ton of money. But it looks like it came down, and it might be turning this line here at 89, call it 90K. It's 89,982, but it looks like it's turning this into a support level. So that's a good thing. And so for now, I'd be looking at this level. If it actually breaks down into that deeply, well, then we can start targeting this zone down in here. But for now, it looks like this might have flipped, and this might currently be our support level. And then we got this long-term trend line too, where it looks like it came up and it bounced off that and got rejected. So for now, I'd be looking at this 90K level and the long-term trend line. And if you guys don't know how to draw those long-term trend lines and do that sort of analysis, you need to learn. And very important. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this news here. And this is the big deal, guys. The market structure bill is massive, guys. This is going to give clarity on all kinds of stuff on how crypto is going to be regulated, and this is just massive. So we can see lawmakers will finally vote on the market structure bill next week. All right. So this could be a catalyst, guys. If this does pass, I would not be shorting anything, because markets will likely rip. Now, in terms of what I was saying before yesterday in my video about the liquidity event, that's still going to happen at some point. But short-term wise, this could be a catalyst to get a pump up. So, yeah, if you're shorting, be very, very careful about this. So we can see right here, next week could get complicated. Senators Tim Scott and John Boozman, respectively the chairs of the Banking and Agricultural Committees, intend to hold market hearings and votes on crypto structure legislation, even as lawmakers continue to hammer out key details of the bill. Okay, so why does this matter? The crypto industry has spent the last year desperately hoping to get crypto market structure legislation across the finish line. Progress stalled out year amidst the long government shutdown in 2025, which closed the White House, which closed it down, right? So basically this is a bipartisan bill, and if it can get passed, guys, it is going to be massive. What I'm going to do is, instead of reading this article to you guys, I'm just going to put it in the description. You can go ahead and read it yourself. It's this one that I wanted to. This one here. This is the one that I wanted to show you, not that other one. I'll be putting this one in there. I think this one's a little bit better. You know, anything that comes out of crypto, for the most part, crypto publications, you guys always need to remember shit's biased. And they're always going to have some sort of, you know, probably a bullish narrative. So you always want to be looking at, you know, multiple articles to get an idea of sentiment and these types of things. But it's looking good, guys. It really is looking good. I'll put both of the articles in the description so you guys can read them later and form your own opinions. But something to be looking at and considering when it comes to how we trade our shitcoins. All right. The other thing that I wanted to talk about today is this one here. And this is something that you guys need to be aware of. And this is a trading pattern. It's called a cup and handle. And you can see it forms when you get this type of cup. It looks like a cup that you would drink out of like a camping spot, you know. You got the cup, you got the handle. And this is generally a bullish pattern, guys. So if you are trading your little shitcoins, if you're shorting your little shitcoins and you see this pattern developing, and you're looking to short it here, which normally you would, right? You would look for it to come back up, and then you would probably start looking to short it here. Be very, very careful when you see this type of pattern form. If you get this handle and you're drawing a trend line down like this, if it starts to break that and starts to go up, these things can absolutely go the wrong way. So be weary of this and always use a tight stop loss, guys. Remember the ratio, it's generally 3 to 1. So every $1 you're willing to risk, you should be looking to gain 3. That's a good way to trade. Again, risk management, critical. I mean, if I could slap one thing into everybody's head when it comes to trading, and that is risk management. The other thing about the cup and handle pattern that I forgot to note is to get an idea of how far this thing usually rips is you go from the top of the cup, you draw a line down to the bottom, right? So you draw a line from the top here in your tools, draw it down to the very bottom of the cup, then grab a hold of that line, bring it back up here, and that would be your target price wherever that line goes to. So you take it from the top of the cup, plop the bottom of the line right down here, and whatever that distance is. Sorry I didn't draw one for you, but hopefully I passed that idea on to you. So yeah, again, guys, risk management. If you want to be a successful trader, that is absolutely number one thing that you need to do. So critical. I've seen so many people lose their ass because they don't use stop losses, they use too much leverage, and they don't practice risk management, and that's how they end up being losers. One other thing, some alpha that I wanted to give you that you might want to be mindful of, and that is this thing that we have called the Monday effect on Bitcoin. And historically, guys, this has been true where Bitcoin often, the probabilities of Bitcoin going up on Monday are greater than they are on other days of the week. Usually midweek is choppy or down, and Mondays tend to be good. Fridays also used to be good, but just so you guys know, this has been diminishing, so it's not as accurate as it used to be. But it's something, there still is a slight probability of Mondays being better. But it's not as strong as it used to be. But it's still something to consider. So, as we know, Bitcoin is our North Star. We need to be watching Bitcoin to determine what our shitcoins will do. When that one lifts, it generally lifts most boats. Before it used to lift all boats, but now it doesn't do it as much either. There's been that's kind of decoupled as well. But generally speaking, Bitcoin goes up, shitcoins go up, and so that's something that we need to be considering. Monday is generally slightly more bullish than it is negative. And that's something that, if you're looking to scalp, long positions, that would be something that you might want to consider. Hope you're all doing well, and monger on.